They possessed keen insights into the female mind, particularly with regard to want and attraction, and they understood psychology, especially as it related to people and relationships. They also noticed that women's behavior might convey subtle but significant signals. Watch to see all 7 signs a woman displays when she feels strongly attracted to a man, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your stories in the comments section. Today, we're delving into the fascinating world of female psychology to discover what it reveals about a woman's thoughts. The first chapter: the influence of touch. When a woman is excited, her body language frequently changes, and touch becomes a crucial means of communicating her emotions. For example, she may run her fingers along her arms or legs, play with her hair, or lightly touch her neck. These actions are more than just fidgeting. They are signs that she is re-establishing a connection with her body and sensing her physical sensations. One of the most underappreciated indicators of a woman's developing desire is the sensations she experiences as her attraction to self-touch increases. Even before they have physical contact, her body is reacting to her growing emotions through seemingly random actions that are a part of a larger pattern where she becomes more aware of her body and how it relates to her desires. When she is with someone she is attracted to, especially with romantic interest, her body becomes a canvas for her enthusiasm, indicating a yearning for connection. But it doesn't end there. Her need for physical contact intensifies. This might manifest in a number of ways, such as a gentle prod, a persistent touch on your arm, or unintentional brushstrokes. For many women, initiating or seeking touch is a subtle but obvious way to express interest without explicitly saying it. This behavior is rooted in an increased level of arousal and a desire to advance the connection further. These are her body's natural way of exploring closeness without crossing boundaries. Her comfort, curiosity, and excitement are communicated non-verbally through physical contact. She's not just trying to feel close to you, she's progressively creating a moment. Whether it's playful or more intimate, touching is her way of expressing desire while increasing her own sense of excitement about what might happen next. By letting her share and receive warmth and reassurance without speaking a word, her touch, even if casual, creates a sense of tension and anticipation. For men who are aware of these signs, this subliminal invitation indicates that she is interested and prepared for a more intimate relationship. A stronger emotional and physical connection that feels reciprocal and involves natural contact can be formed by reacting warmly. When she initiates or welcomes touch, it's more than just a casual gesture. It's a sign of trust and a desire to connect with you on both a physical and emotional level in the appropriate context. It also fosters comfort and trust, indicating that she feels comfortable enough to engage physically. Many women associate their sense of pleasure and desire with feeling safe and at ease. Her arousal is increased by touch, whether it be a tender hand on her back, a subtle brush against her arm, or a more personal gesture. If you can spot these indicators, you can see how these little gestures, which evolve from self-touch to contact with the person she likes, show her increasing interest, anticipation, and excitement. Chapter 2. The role of sexual fantasy explains how reacting to her touch can deepen your relationship, heighten her interest, and produce a satisfying experience for you both. A woman's sexual fantasy provides valuable insight into her mental arousal. When she experiences intense attraction or desire, she may lose herself in fantasy, but for males, attraction may begin with a vision. Many women's desires originate in their imaginations, and if she is deep in contemplation, her mind may already be creating intimate and connected situations. Depending on her state of mind and the circumstances, her dreams can range from light-hearted to deep. She may envision intimate moments. These mental images prepare her body language for potential subsequent clues or double meanings, such as sexual interactions, or simply the excitement of being near someone she likes. She might even direct the conversation towards subjects that allude to intimacy or crack flirtatious jokes. A woman's playful or provocative behavior is frequently a sign of her mental arousal. By observing these clues, you can determine whether she's willing to explore more supportive behavior, which is her method of boosting her own desire while fostering mutual interest. Her gentle use of imagination deepens your bond and prepares you for a more fulfilling physical encounter. Chapter 3. Secret Wishes. When a woman is deeply attracted to someone, she may give away hints about these desires, or demonstrate them through her behavior. These hidden desires are very personal and reflect her individual tastes, whether they are related to closeness, emotional connection, or even particular activities she enjoys. When she is comfortable in her own skin, she is more likely to share her true desires. Intense attraction frequently brings a woman's secret wants to light. These aren't necessarily wild fantasies, but perhaps personal preferences she doesn't usually reveal. By responding gently, you can deepen your connection and give her a greater sense of security and gratitude. Her candor in expressing them shows that she feels close to you and trusts you enough to share her hidden wishes. Women frequently associate their wants with greater mental and emotional satisfaction in an effort to feel appreciated and understood. By recognizing and attending to these needs, you can establish a connection that is fulfilling on both an emotional and physical level. Chapter 4. Sensuality and Sweet Cravings. One of the most fascinating aspects of female psychology is how some foods, especially sweets like honey, can increase a woman's sense of sensuality and well-being. When a woman experiences intense attraction or desire, she may instinctively crave something sweet, seeking out flavors like honey, which is traditionally thought of as an aphrodisiac. The relationship between sweetness and sensuality goes beyond simple cravings. Eating something sweet can help her feel more connected to her body and her feelings, elevating her sense of desirability and sensuality. When she's feeling particularly attracted, needing something sweet is frequently a method for her to embrace her desire for intimacy and affection. These foods represent indulgence, pleasure, and a yearning for cherished times. Giving her sweets like chocolate or honey can create a sexual atmosphere, increase anticipation, and psychologically fortify your bond. Additionally, she can feel calmed and relaxed by sweet foods like honey, which will aid her transition into a state of increased arousal. A woman's desire for honey or other sweets when she is attracted to you is essentially a reflection of her deeper desires for connection, comfort, and indulgence in shared experiences. Sharing sweets adds a playful intimacy element that fosters a connection that extends from emotional to physical closeness. That need for something sweet is frequently the result of a deeper yearning for connection and pleasure. It's not only about satisfying her sweet tooth, it's also about boosting her desire and sensuality by recognizing and responding to these. When you see her reaching for a treat, take note. It might be more than just a passing sugar craving. It could be her way of expressing a need for closeness and connection, giving you the opportunity to perform a small act of kindness. Cravings. Men can tap into their partner's emotional and physical needs, making the experience more fulfilling and intimate. Remarkable. Chapter 5. Establishing deadlines and reiterating goals. The desire of a woman to arrange dates and make plans is one of the most obvious signs of intense attraction. She is actively making plans, indicating a deeper connection which goes beyond a casual talk. The activities she recommends and the way she arranges these times frequently promote a closer. When Bond assumes control of her energy shifts, she may propose private dinners, movie nights, or impromptu plans that encourage relaxation and seclusion. This shift from unplanned group gatherings to scheduled one-on-one interactions is an indication of her developing emotional attachment. These concepts are not arbitrary. She is deliberately arranging times for emotional bonding with the goal of maintaining and strengthening the link. Setting up a date offers her something to look forward to, preparing her for the happiness and contentment that come from spending time with her. Her actions, which are demonstrated by the meticulous preparation, demonstrate that she is purposefully creating memorable moments for guys, rather than just wishing for good times. By requesting one-on-one time, she's demonstrating that she's interested in more than just a passing acquaintance and is investing time and effort into developing a meaningful relationship, which may indicate that her sentiments are growing. Setting dates helps her manage the excitement and anticipation that attraction brings by providing her with psychological structure and security in the developing relationship. This mental preparation heightens the experience and fortifies her emotional bond. Her careful selection of the scene, such as a peaceful cafe or a laid-back park visit, improves the encounter by encouraging intimacy in conversation and occasionally even a subtle touch. Acknowledging her investment fosters a relationship based on concern and purpose, and scheduling dates offers emotional stability, lowering the uncertainty that can occur in new relationships and enabling her to be totally present. This anticipation increases her attraction to the person she's with and strengthens her desire for time spent together. In other words, if she prioritizes date plans and makes plans for when and how you'll meet, it's a clear indication that her feelings are growing. Her efforts demonstrate that she's not letting things happen by accident, but is actively making sure significant moments happen. And men who comprehend and appreciate this effort can better relate to her intentions and foster a healthy relationship. Chapter 6. Changing Priorities. A change in her routine, such as skipping a workout or rearranging work obligations to create time for impromptu, private moments with someone who has captured her interest, is a subtle but significant sign of attraction. It has nothing to do with lying. It is an indication of how her woman's routine provides stability and structure, but intense attraction can cause her to reevaluate previously held beliefs, which may cause her to stay out later than normal. To enjoy a day of adventure or intimacy, embrace spontaneity, or even call in ill. These adjustments could start out small, like skipping a workout or rearranging a friend's visit, but they gradually demonstrate a strong emotional connection, and as her interest in someone increases, her schedule becomes more accommodating. Putting time with him ahead of prior obligations. Because spending time with that person is so fulfilling, attraction triggers the brain's reward system, which may lead her to shift her priorities and step outside of her comfort zone. It's not only about looking for excitement. Attraction also reorganizes her life. These disruptions show the mental space this person now occupies, which makes it more difficult for her to concentrate on daily duties. Understanding this can be important since it shows a genuine emotional commitment. The effort she makes to share meaningful experiences shows how much she values the connection, and her willingness to change her schedule is a clear sign of her growing interest. Men who value this can strengthen the bond and support a relationship where both parties are flexible in spending quality time together and contribute to each other's happiness. Chapter 7. Eyes that express. A woman's increasing interest to you can be seen in the way she looks at you. Her eyes, which are the windows to the soul, can convey a story of curiosity and emotional connection more often than words can. When she is attracted, her gaze becomes more focused on you and her students long before she talks. Pupil dilation is a dependable indicator of attraction. Her body frequently unconsciously displays its reaction to the chemistry between you, and the eyes serve as a bridge for emotional transparency. She may enlarge, signifying a natural response to desire for prolonged eye contact. This is one of the subtlest yet strongest ways she communicates this, drawing the other person into her emotional orbit. As her emotions develop, her gaze alternates between intense connection and playful inquiry. This openness, when returned with constant eye contact and a kind smile, can create a strong bond that makes her feel seen and understood. When two individuals exchange glances like this, it goes beyond ordinary desire and becomes a moment of shared intimacy. This is because prolonged eye contact produces a feedback loop, where her stare invites a reaction that reinforces the bond. As this episode comes to a close, it's evident that observing these subtle signs of attraction helps establish a deeper bond by recognizing and responding to her cues. Men can improve the emotional and physical closeness of the relationship by doing this. Keep in mind that although these behaviors are common, open communication is crucial for comprehending your partner's particular needs. We appreciate your time, and if you found anything useful today, please like, subscribe, and comment. Come back soon for other perspectives on relationships and the psychology of attraction. Probably saying that she wants deeper relationship from a Stoic standpoint. Comprehending these indicators is crucial. For creating significant relationships, acknowledge the significance of maintaining eye contact while balancing it with other indicators to obtain a more thorough comprehension of her Chapter 5. Physical interest. Physical contact is arguably the most clear indication of if a lady initiates contact. It's a sign of attraction. It's a delightful little touch on your arm, a gentle prod or unintentional hand contact. It's frequently how she expresses comfort and willingness to engage in greater intimacy. One of the most powerful ways a woman and nonverbal communication curious about you could do so in subtle ways. The Stoics stated that in order to begin, touch and human connection are natural. Of the most straightforward methods of expressing she's breaking it by touching you. Physical border that conveys a sense of comfort in your existence and perhaps a wish to enhance the conversation and draw attention to the type and frequency of contact. Gentle strokes with the arm, hand brushes, or playful jabs might all be signs of appeal for interested ladies frequently seek out justifications to touch, even in appearing to be innocent ways that these interactions foster familiarity that can reinforce the bond. Touch, both physical and emotional, can establish closeness without using words, and the Stoics may contend that deeds speak loudly. Her touch speaks louder than words, sentiments she might not express out loud. From a Stoic standpoint, it's critical to consider how you react when she's feeling out to her touches. The circumstances surrounding these affect your responses will provide her with hints regarding your sentiments. If you distance yourself or appear uncertain, it could send a mixed signal if you hesitate to answer, or discomfort, which she might take to mean. However, reacting with disinterest favorably, maybe with a light touch on her back, can improve the relationship and open the door to more closeness. It's also important to remember that different types of contact have varying degrees of intensity. So a quick, casual touch could be a test run, but a deliberate, prolonged touch could suggest a deeper attraction. Instead of making snap judgments, the Stoics would advise taking your time to understand the meaning and context of each touch. In summation, physical contact frequently indicates sexual attraction. When a woman initiates touch, whether it be with a gentle hand brush or a playful prod, she is typically conveying comfort and interest. Stoic thinking serves as a reminder that deeds frequently speak louder than words and are a straightforward means of expressing desire. You can better comprehend her sentiments and react in a way that fosters intimacy and connection by observing these small cues. Chapter 6. While confidence frequently conveys interest, uncertainty or shyness around you might equally convey a woman's attraction. These actions may appear paradoxical, but they expose her inner excitement, which she is attempting to control. Women who experience anxiety or shyness frequently do so because they are highly aware of their own feelings and unsure of how to communicate them. The Stoics hold that powerful emotions often manifest in ways that are beyond our complete control, with shyness and anxiety serving as classic examples. A woman who fidgets, avoids eye contact, or fumbles her words is probably not showing disinterest. Rather, it could indicate that she is so attracted to you that she is confused of how to express it, which could lead to embarrassing. She may be reluctant to strike up a conversation or appear quieter than usual, but these behaviors are not always signs of disinterest. In fact, the Stoics would contend that her quietness may be an indication that she is processing her feelings and gauging your reaction. By giving her time to warm up, you can make her feel more at ease and increase her attraction. Shyness or anxiousness shouldn't be mistaken for lack of interest. Many women find it difficult to express their attraction directly, especially if they're unsure of how you might react. The Stoic approach advises being mindful and patient instead of pressuring her for an answer right away. By fostering a calm atmosphere, you make her feel more comfortable and let her interest show more. If she flushes around you or when you come close, it's a clear indication of her feelings. Blushing is an automatic reaction to emotions like excitement, shame, or infatuation. Even if she is attempting to hide her feelings, the Stoics would view this kind of response as an honest expression of her feelings because it is difficult to fake. In order to cope with the anxiety she feels, she may laugh at your jokes even if they aren't very humorous. which is another way that shyness manifests as nervous laughing. In conclusion, anxious laughing is frequently a subconscious response to heightened emotions that she is unsure of how to articulate. The Stoics hold that emotions often manifest in subtle, uncontrollable ways, with nervous energy being one such example. By remaining composed and aware of her actions, you can recognize these signals for what they are doing, fostering an atmosphere that encourages her to express her attraction more freely. Nervousness or shyness can be strong indicators of attraction, even though these behaviors may seem uncomfortable, but they frequently reveal deeper excitement and interest. Chapter 7. Desiring to spend time together. One of the most obvious indicators of a woman's interest in you is her frequent desire to spend time with you, whether expressed through direct invites, casual suggestions, or subtle clues. Her attempts to be with you demonstrated a greater level of interest. The Stoics hold that deeds frequently speak louder than words, and in this instance, her need to be close to you is an obvious sign of her attraction. When a woman shows interest in you, she may want to spend more time with you by proposing things you both enjoy, offering assistance, or just being there when she knows you'll be there. These behaviors demonstrate her desire to strengthen their relationship and gauge your feelings. Since the Stoics placed a strong emphasis on identifying patterns in behavior, a woman who consistently seeks out your company is indicating that she values your presence and may want more. This desire to spend time together need not be accompanied by formal dates or scheduled activities. She may show up at events where you will be present or join a group on a casual basis. She uses get-togethers to establish intimacy without being overt. The Stoics warn us that attraction can be subtle, but these consistent behaviors make it difficult to ignore when she puts time with you first. It's a clear indication of her desire. Her excitement when you propose spending time with her is another clue to look for. If she enthusiastically agrees to your plans or hardly ever declines an invitation to hang out, it's obvious that she finds you attractive. A woman who is interested in you will find time despite her hectic schedule. This flexibility demonstrates that she appreciates your business and is keen to deepen your relationship. The Stoics taught that human nature is to connect, and when a woman is attracted to you, this desire frequently manifests as a desire to be physically and emotionally close to you. She may recommend activities that encourage deeper conversations, providing you two with opportunities to bond in meaningful ways. Another factor to take into account is her level of engagement during your time together. If she is truly interested in the conversation, remember specifics about your life and ask questions. It's an indication that she is paying attention and wants to connect. Attracted women frequently become more concentrated and inquisitive in the lives of others. Stoics would interpret this as a sign that she wants to get to know you better. Lastly, pay attention to her reactions when it's time to part ways. If she lingers at the end of a conversation or seems reluctant to say goodbye, it's a sign she doesn't want the time to end. She may also hint at future plans or suggest seeing you again without explicitly saying so. Physical closeness is another subtle clue. If she frequently chooses to sit or stand near you, even in groups, she's probably trying to feel closer to you. Women who are attracted to someone often find ways to be physically close, whether it's by sitting next to them, walking beside them, or casually touching. In conclusion, her unwillingness to part shows how much she values your time together and wants to keep strengthening your bond. The Stoics remind us that a woman's desire to be in your presence speaks volumes, and that when she consistently looks for opportunities to spend time with you, whether through organized activities or unplanned get-togethers, it's a strong sign of attraction. By observing these behaviors and reacting appropriately, you can create a deeper connection that could eventually lead to something more intimate as we wrap up. It is evident that tiny, yet telling signs of interest, such as a playful hair touch or frequent looks, nervous fidgeting or cons, are common. Women are constantly looking for opportunities to spend time with you and often express interest without using words. The Stoics taught us to be perceptive and thoughtful, and by focusing on these little yet significant clues, you can determine her actual emotions. Before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your experiences in the comments section. If you've noticed any of these signs or have your own insights, don't forget to share this video with friends who might find it helpful. Attraction isn't always in big gestures. It's often in the little connections that, when recognized, lead to something meaningful. If you've noticed any of these signs or have your own insights, don't forget to share this video with friends who might find it helpful. Attraction isn't always in big gestures. It's often in the little connections that, when recognized, lead to something meaningful. If you've noticed any of these signs, take it as a good indication she's interested and move forward with confidence. We appreciate your time, and we hope to see you again soon as we explore attraction and connection from a Stoic standpoint.